Hello and welcome. Live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria, watching Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus will be on the southern region. But before we get into that, let's have a look at our top stories making the rounds at the moment. The governor of Adamawa State, Umaru Fintiri, has granted pardon to Sunday Jackson, who was sentenced to death. Jackson, who is in Kuje Medium Security Custodial Center, has been pardoned alongside Joseph Eugene from the Medium Security Custodial Center, Yola, as well as Maxwell Ibrahim, serving at the Medium Security Custodial Center in Kaduna. The pardon is in commemoration of Christmas and New Year celebrations. Others who had the remainder of their sentences remitted whole include Joshua James Audu, Adamu Ibrahim, Mohammed Abubakar, Ibrahim Usman, and Seidu Abubakar, serving as the Medium Security Custodial Center Numan and Medium Security Custodial Center Jada. Governor Fintiri said the inmates had demonstrated significant improvement in their behavior and conduct over the years. The federal government has filed 16 alleged money laundering charges against a former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, and his son, Abdulaziz, before the Federal High Court in Abuja to the tune of 1.014 billion naira. Also listed as co-defendants in the case is Hajia Bashir Asabe. According to the charge, the federal government is accusing Malami, his son, and others of being involved in the laundering and concealment of 1,014,848,500 naira allegedly traced to a commercial bank. In the 16 charges, the federal government alleged that between July 2022 and June 2025, within Abuja and the jurisdiction of the court, the defendants procured Metropolitan Autotech Limited to conceal the unlawful origin of the money. The charge further alleges in part that the defendants used the company as a front to conceal the origin and movement of the funds, an act the government says constitutes money laundering under the law. The alleged offense is said to be contrary to Section 21C of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 and punishable under Section 18, subsection 3 of the same act. We start off in Bayelsa State, where the state is setting the tone for its 2026 fiscal year with a new spending plan now backed by law. Governor Doye Diri has signed the state's 1.01 trillion naira budget alongside 6 other reform-focused bills, signaling continuity in governance, budget, discipline, and development planning.
Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri signed 2026 appropriation bill with the final figure for the state's spending plans pegged at 1.016 trillion naira. 6 other key legislations become law today, aimed at strengthening rural access, public utilities, data governance, healthcare, and revenue administration across the state.
The budget has undergone a slight upward review to reflect the current prevailing economic situation, demonstrating our adaptability and responsiveness to the needs of our people. The Bayelsa State House of Assembly has approved the 2026 appropriation bill with a total of 1,061,713,943 naira for kobo. This represents a 1.77% increase, which is 17,700 million naira.
The 2026 budget, originally presented to the House of Assembly at 998.3 billion naira, is reviewed upward by 17.7 billion naira, representing a 1.77% increase, following consultations with ministries, departments, and agencies.
Our budget cycle has been sacrosanct, and I know that that's possible because of the synergy between the House and the executive branch of government. And so I want to congratulate you, Mr. Speaker, for the timely attention that you gave to the Appropriation Act. These bills that I have assented to today becomes laws guiding all of us, citizens and those in government, all of us.
Beyond the budget, the governor also assents to 6 other laws covering rural access roads, water sector governance, statistics, harmonized taxes, and amendments to the Bayelsa Medical University law, a move observers say strengthens institutional reforms and service delivery. With the signing of the 2026 appropriation law and accompanying reform bills, Bayelsa State positions itself for another year of structured spending, institutional strengthening, and development-driven governance, anchored on collaboration between the executive and legislature.
Business leaders, creative professionals, and young entrepreneurs gathered in Warri for the 3rd edition of the Delta First Business Summit, an annual event designed to broaden economic opportunities beyond the oil sector. The summit, held under the theme Investing in Creativity, highlighted a bold vision for a future shaped by innovation and imagination.
The Delta First Business Summit, a pathway beyond oil, is a Delta State Governor initiative anchored by the Special Senior Assistant to the Governor on Media, Freedom Asepoe, popularly known as Mr. Jollof. It draws diverse audience eager to explore new economic pathways for Nigeria's youth and creative class. The summit features a lineup of influential speakers, with veteran comedian and creative entrepreneur Ali Baba delivering the keynote address, while the Warri South Local Government Chairman speaks to government policies and how it promotes creativity and development. Their messages resonate throughout the hall. The next oil is creativity, a clarion call for Nigerians to reimagine economic growth through innovation or an artistic enterprise.
And when you push and reach the point where I get friend, maybe get PhD nursing. Now, PhD nursing, do you know what she used to do here in Nigeria? She was a vet doctor. Vet doctor. When she reached there, she decided that she won't be nurse. She finally became a nurse, did everything, and then got her first degree, got master's, and did PhD. Now she did consult for the whole of Boston. But the thing when I try to talk, they say, take one career, push her, reach the place where they say it they feed you without you noticing any change in life. So they say dollar go up. Let's see how it will go up now. But if you earn enough, a dollar go up, your money will go up.
The acronym GRACE, which is the vertebral column of that agenda, G there is for growth and development. And that is why I will not fail to thank Jollof very immensely for coming to use this program to add value to what in our very humble way we are already doing in the local government here.
Beyond the speeches, participants were rewarded for their dedication and innovative ideas. A total of 5 million naira in grants was distributed to selected entrepreneurs, with awards of 1,500,000 and 200,000 naira handed to winners to help kickstart or scale their businesses.
Investing in creativity, not just thinking about oil, and it spoke to my conscience, because you see that Nigeria is a place that we always talk about oil. Meanwhile, we forget that we have these creatives right in front of us. Investing in creativity will actually give us the funds we need. We actually give us the dependency we need. So that was what I got. That was my take home.
The convener, Freedom Asepoe, highlights how the creative economy can be a major engine for national development.
Under this administration, we saw Facebook being monetized in Nigeria, and a lot of people are making money in dollars. But the purpose of this event is that a lot of people do not know that there is money in creativity. A lot of people do not monetize their time. And Worry in quotes, an average worry person is a comedian. And there's money in comedy, there's money in music, there's money in content creation, and we are here to let them know that creativity can pay the bills.
The Delta First Summit continues to champion creativity and enterprise as essential drivers for the future of business and job creation in Nigeria.
The Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, Martin Emewele, says the Assembly, under his leadership, will continue to give maximum support to President Bola Tinubu for intervening in the rehabilitation of the LMS section of the East-West Road. He made the comments in Emoha local government area during the commissioning of the Omokbova-Ngbere Ahia AZ Road, executed by the chairman of Emoha local government area.
At Iba in Emoha LGA of River State are dignitaries from across the state, including the Speaker of the Assembly, Martin Emewele, and the Council Chairman, Chidi Lloyd. Others in attendance include the former Chairman of the River State Traditional Rulers Council, Sergeant Awuse, and the paramount ruler of Iba, Wobudo Jonah, among others. They are here to witness the commissioning of a 1.2-kilometer asphalt overlay of the Omokbova-Ngbere Ahia Road, executed by the Chairman of Emoha local government area. The Speaker attributes the timely completion to intervention by President Bola Tinubu, which eased the funding capacity of states and local government councils.
As we speak today, this president we have in Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has made it possible for local governments, for state governments, to have more funds available for projects. With the removal of the fuel subsidy, more funds are now available to governments at all levels. But what we need to do is to make sure that those funds are applied for the benefit of the people. What Honorable Chidi Lloyd has demonstrated today is that those funds are not useful for the people of Emoha local government area.
He also commends the Chairman of Emoha local government area for what he describes as notable developmental strides in the area.
Honorable Chidi Lloyd, your Vice Chairman, the leader and the councillors, I commend your administration. I commend you because I've also been watching, even in your first term, the things you have been doing. I'm aware of the projects you are doing inside the council premises, even though you didn't mention them.
On his part, the Chairman of Emoha local government area, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, assures residents of continued commitment to development while acknowledging the support of the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike.
The activities of Mr. President have led to increase revenue to local government administration. Allocation to local governments have increased, and that is how the dividends of good governance should increase. This road was done by our leader. From here, Iba, up to Obele, to Isopo, was done by our leader. And it is the prayer of a son to be like his father, and possibly surpass his father. What else would I have done for the people of Emoha other than what I'm doing? We will do more. As the need arises, we will continue to deliver the dividends of good governance.
The Speaker then cuts the tape, signaling the official opening of the road for public use as they become the first to officially use it. Charles Oporum, Channels Television News.
Still with the Christmas celebrations, the Cross River State government has spread Yuletide cheer to retirees by distributing food items, cash gifts and wrappers to pensioners drawn from the 18 local government areas. Speaking shortly before the distribution, the wife of the governor, Yowana Otu, explains that the act is part of efforts to appreciate their years of service and ensure they celebrate Christmas with dignity.
The African Club Hall is filled with retirees from across the 18 local government areas of Cross River State, creating a warm and cheerful atmosphere of reunion and Yuletide celebrations. Dressed in colorful attires, the retirees enjoy lively music, with some taken to the dance floor, while others clap along, adding to the festive and united ambience in a Yuletide outreach program organized by the Cross River State government. Beneficiaries receive food items, cash gifts and wrappers as the wife of the state's governor reaffirms the administration's commitments to appreciating retirees and caring for vulnerable groups.
Today we celebrate you, our veterans and retirees who gave your strength, your skills, and your finest years in service to humanity. Your commitment, often made quietly and selflessly, laid strong foundations upon which we continue to build. Your retirement does not mark the end of your relevance. Rather, it opens a new chapter, one in which your wisdom, values, and life experiences continue to guide families, communities, and younger generations. You remain a source of inspiration and a reminder that true service leaves a lasting legacy.
Drawn from all 18 local government areas of the state, the retirees express gratitude to the state government for remembering them, not just with gifts, but timely payment of their pensions. Many describe the gesture as timely, noting that the food items and cash gifts will go a long way in helping them celebrate Christmas with their families.
The first thing you did for us retired civil servants is to make our pension paid in time. Surprisingly, on the 17th of this month, alert didn't enter. I have never seen a thing like that. We started rejoicing. So we can eat Christmas. We can dance this Christmas. We are happy. We are happy because we make our husbands happy. No longer are we neglected. No longer are we forgotten. Thank you, Your Excellency.
We have been called here to celebrate, and it's their way of reaching out to the retired workers. They have paid pension, they have paid gratuities to so many civil servants, and they are not owing pension to retired workers. And they are also reaching out.
The Yuletide celebrations with retirees is set to underscore the Cross River State government's commitments to inclusive governance and social responsibility, reinforcing its pledge to honor and care to those who devoted their productive years to the service of the states.
Now we shift our attention to security as the Edo State Police says it recorded major successes in crime fighting in 2025, with over 800 suspects arrested and hundreds of kidnapped victims rescued across the state. The Edo State Commissioner of Police, Monday Bonica, made this known at a press briefing in Benin City. He attributed the achievements to intelligence-led operations and interagency collaboration. He also issued a strong warning over the disappearance of corpses from some mosques in Edo State, describing it as criminal and inhumane, and vowed that all those involved will face prosecution.
Number of suspects arrested. Armed robbery suspects were 39, kidnapping suspects 171. 117 murder suspects were arrested, and we also had cases for suspects of sexual and gender-based violence, which numbered 62. 239 suspects were arrested for courtesan, while 36 suspects were arrested for unlawful possession of firearms. Other suspects arrested about 157, making a total of 821 suspects arrested during the year. Of course, many exhibits and items were recovered from the suspects, including stolen vehicles. About 11 stolen vehicles were recovered, and 377 kidnapped victims were rescued during the year. Arms of different calibers were recovered, numbered about 188. Ammunition recovered also was about 422. So as we celebrate the Christmas season and prepare for the new year, I wish to assure the good people of Edo State that we have put in place measures to ensure that they have a safe, prosperous festive period. I urge everyone to remain vigilant, law-abiding, and cooperative with security agencies. Permit me to use this opportunity to issue a strong warning against a disturbing trend that we have just noticed of disappearance and mutilation of corpses in our mortuaries within Edo State. Such acts are criminal, inhuman, and a callous and gross violation of the sensitivity of the bereaved.
Now, Akwa Ibom State Police Command on Monday disclosed that it secured 33 convictions from 563 suspects arrested for various crimes within the year. The command says it also rescued 74 victims of human trafficking and 10 kidnapped persons, all of whom have since been reunited with their families. Commissioner of Police CP Baba Muhammad Azare made the disclosure during a press briefing at the police headquarters in Uyo, where he reviewed the command's activities for the year 2025. He said the security situation in Akwa Ibom was generally peaceful, calm, and stable in 2025, a situation he attributes to intelligence-led policing.
Within the year, the command recorded notable successes, including arrest of suspects involved in armed robbery, cultism, kidnappings, violent crimes, and other criminal activities, recovery of firearms, ammunition, stolen vehicles, and other dangerous exhibits, dislodgement of criminals' hideouts, and clearance of identified black spots across various local government areas. Adequate security coverage for political, social, religious, and economic activities within the state. The command ensured strict enforcement of laws and government directives aimed at maintaining public order. We consistently discourage jungle justice, unlawful gatherings, and actions capable of breaching public peace.
Natives of Ugborodo community in Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State have called for justice and a thorough investigation following the death of Emiko Onwaje, a community youth whose passing has plunged the area into mourning. Dressed in black, residents gathered to express grief over the loss, describing the incident as tragic and untimely, especially during the festive season. Emiko, a father and husband, was said to be among youths who recently participated in a protest at the Escravos terminal over concerns of neglect in the community. Led by Odi Ologboshere of Warri Kingdom, Ayiri and Mami, the natives are appealing to relevant authorities and security agencies to unravel the circumstances surrounding his death, ensure accountability, and restore peace to the riverine area to prevent further loss of lives.
The young man, the gentleman that has been killed, has children, also have family. Now we are hearing that it's community differences. It's not. This is pure issue of murder. And we expect that the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, the entire Defense Ministry should look into this issue.
This young man were part of those that even did some peaceful protests in Chevron for the neglect for Chevron not to implement the PIA. Ugborodo and the palace have a way of doing their things. If they set up a committee, if they do anything, as far as we are concerned, what has to do with the palace, they do it.
And that's it on Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.